Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. Let's get right to our top stories this morning, sponsored by Carnegie Heights. We're learning new details in the case of the man accused of killing 2-year-old Amari Nicholson. According to newly released court transcripts, Terrell Rhodes drew a map that led detectives to Amari's body. A Metro officer testified that Rhodes had buried the body underneath a brick wall that had soft dirt underneath it. According to the officer, Rhodes also said he tried to give Amari CPR, but he could see that the boy could not be revived. Police say Rhodes killed Amari after he wet himself. He is expected to be back in court June 25th. U.S. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm is promoting responsible extraction of lithium right here in Nevada as part of a clean energy blueprint for the nation. Granholm recently got a tour of Townsite Solar Facility over in Boulder City. The national blueprint for lithium batteries is part of President Joe Biden's goal of reducing fossil fuel emissions by 50% within the decade. And Granholm says Nevada could set an example for the rest of the country when it comes to solar energy. The excessive heat warning is officially in place, so get ready to crank up the AC or bake in all this heat. Review Journal's Jen Ah talked to the National Weather Service about what to expect in your neck of the woods. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning to you, Renee. It is going to get sizzling hot, as in hot enough to fry an egg out on the sidewalk.
Walking with your feet, whether you have sandals on, sneakers, whatever it is, it's literally like going through your shoes.
Here is what the National Weather Service tweeted with a bunch of sweating emojis, exactly how these tourists felt.
I feel like I'm melty, like double melty. My sunscreen melted in my backpack, like everything is getting hot.
However, Southern Nevada covers a lot of ground, not just the Strip. So just how hot in which areas?
When you talk about Summerlin, which is a couple thousand feet higher, temperatures are generally 3 to maybe 6 degrees cooler on the west side of town. So they will be a little bit cooler, maybe highs around 110.
But some areas will be even hotter.
When you start getting into Henderson, where the elevation is a little bit lower, temperatures are probably going to climb a little bit higher. We're talking maybe around 117, 118.
Experts say there is a 1 in 3 chance of reaching the all-time high of 117 degrees in central Las Vegas this week. As for the wind, thankfully, it looks like there won't be too much of that hot blow dryer effect this week. Renee?
Now let's take a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour Air is here for you. The excessive heat warning is sticking around until Saturday, so prepare for the heat to continue to rise. We're expecting to hit a high of near 114 degrees this Tuesday with light winds, evening lows in the upper 80s. For the rest of the week, Wednesday could be the hottest day of the week at 117 degrees before we start to cool back down into next week. Your evening lows will be hot as well, upper 80s, low 90s.
Now, with the latest in sports, I'm Leandre Fox. The Golden Knights opened the Stanley Cup semifinals with a convincing 4-1 win over the Montreal Canadiens Monday night at T-Mobile Arena.
They're a good hockey team. I liked how we built our game tonight, and I thought controlled it over the last 40 minutes, and we've got to show up for game 2 and do the same thing when we drop the puck in the first period.
In your health news, sponsored by 4M Dental, love your smile again. Demand at Southern Nevada food pantries have stabilized from the shocking peak nearly a year ago. But food insecurity is still a pressing issue here in Southern Nevada. 3 Square, the only food bank in the region, is distributing up to 5.5 million pounds of food each month, over 1 million pounds more than in May of 2019. Feeding America, a nonprofit that runs a national network of food banks, estimates that 16.3% of all Clark County residents will experience food insecurity this year, nearly 5% more than 2019. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy Clark County, Nevada is experiencing intense drought for the 2nd year in a row, and it's threatening the well-being of wildlife, especially desert bighorn sheep. In many cases, man-made water developments, also known as guzzlers, are the sheep's only source of water for miles, and they are getting dangerously low on H2O. Now, the Nevada Department of Wildlife is hauling tens of thousands of gallons of water across the desert in an effort to ensure the well doesn't run dry.
These sheep are becoming more reliant on these water sources even earlier in the year than they would be if it was more of an average year of moisture.
Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Tampa Bay Lightning are still minus 120 favorites at Circa Sports to advance to the Stanley Cup Final despite losing Game 1 of their semifinal series to the New York Islanders. The Lightning are minus 187 home favorites in Game 2 today. The Islanders are plus 169 and the total is 5.5 with the under heavily juiced to minus 155. The Lightning are plus 146 to cover the minus 1.5 puck line.
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, Southern Nevada's red-hot housing market is dominated by single-family homes, but condos and townhouses are also selling rapidly and commanding higher prices. Real estate pros say first-time buyers and others that have been priced out of single-family home market are attracted to the relatively low-priced attached homes offer. Condos are also attracting investors, especially in luxury towers or near the Strip, where units have the potential to resell for a fortune. In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, Virgin Hotels Las Vegas announced their headliners for the first wave of live entertainment at the Hotel Casino. Starting this fall, tickets will all go on sale this Friday. Review Journal columnist John Katzlamides has all the details.
Lady A band that loves Las Vegas, is back in Vegasville on September 25th at the Theater at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. It used to be called The Joint. The last time we saw Lady A, they were known as Lady Antebellum and rocking the Pearl Concert Theater at the Palms. Lady A is part of the entire fall and winter lineup announced at the theater, beginning with Gary Clark Jr. on September 11th.
Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have a Roku device, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. From all of us here at the Las Vegas Review Journal, have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.